This conference will now be recorded.
Quick recap of what we have discussed in the last class. We have learned how to create a pod. Good morning, Akhil. We have learned how to create a pod. Okay, so let's log into the GCP. Akhil, have you signed up to GCP?
No, Sunil.
Gopi, can you hear me? Which service we are planning to go to? Kubernetes engine
Kubernetes.
clusters. Can you hear me, Gopi?
Yes, Sunil. Yeah.
Are you attending my 4 p.m. batch?
Yes, yes. Yesterday I attended.
Are you are there in the previous batch, isn't it? Gopi, are you there in the previous batch?
Uh, no, Sunil. Some of the classes, few of the classes I have missed.
Especially beginning classes, you missed it.
Yes.
Sir, any idea about OpenShift?
Sorry, Rajendra, repeat again.
OpenShift. It
Hmm?
is a replacement of OpenShift. It is a Red Hat product, right? I
OpenShift.
Kubernetes something like that.
Now, repeat again. What is your question?
Kubernetes. Can you hear me clearly, or some disturbances are?
You're talking about OpenShift. I got to know that.
Okay, so exactly what is any idea about that, or it is just what is a replacement for Kubernetes only from the Red Hat product, or it's something different?
Hmm. It's container orchestration tool. Many tools are coming their way.
Mm,
Today it's very slow. It's a long time to create a cluster. See, just for creating cluster, it's taking long time. Is it? Terminal. Connect. Copy the command to connect. Done. I think we have created a folder sample files, right? We have created first file pod-definition one.yaml file. I want to recap this file. 4 elements you need to keep in mind. API version, v1, what kind of object you're creating, pod, metadata information about the name of the pod, labels for the pod, specification contains the content information. We have learned how to create a pod definition file, not just creating the pod definition file. We have learned how to create it. kubectl, which helps you to create the pod, how to see list of all the pods, how to know the pod is running on which node. In case if you don't want the pod, you can write kubectl delete that pod will be deleted. Okay. Now okay. Look at the second example. I'm creating one more definition pod-definition2.yaml file. API version v1. What kind of object I'm creating? What kind of object I'm creating? I'm creating pod. Metadata is nothing but providing the name to the pod. I'm creating a Postgres pod. Postgres is a database. I'm creating a Postgres pod. Labels can be anything, isn't it? Author, I'm writing it as Sunil. Type, I'm writing it as database, anything. Under specification section, containers, name of the container, Postgres, image. This container should be created using Postgres image. As per the image documentation, we need to provide environment variables, Postgres password, Postgres user, Postgres DB. I have provided all these values, save and quit. I'm done with creating the definition file. Same like previous example, isn't it? Same like previous example, am I right? Look at this. Why it's not getting inserted? So it's not responding today. Very slow. And I'm typing the commands. It's not getting executed. Let's wait. The Google terminal is not responding.
Hello. Hi, Sunil.
Yes. Ashok.
Yeah, Sunil, can we connect to Putty also, right? I think it will be fast. Sometimes the cloud shell is not working properly.
Okay. The first point, if you're planning to connect to Putty, you will be connecting to node machine or master machine?
Master.
Master machine. So what is the master machine IP address? Did you have the IP address?
Oh, no.
Because we want to connect to Putty, we need to have that IP address, right? Isn't it? Or the DNS name, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Because it is not given as a Linux machine, it is given in the form of a service. We don't have that solution.
Okay.
Sunil, how you will get the terminal page down the now you are pasting, right? By default it will get, or else we need to do anything.
Now here you have an option, right? This one you need to click. Then you get the
No.
terminal.
Okay.
Terminal is not responding to it. When is the client interview, Dinesh?
Maybe next week, Sunil.
Along with your friends or anybody there, or
I mean, like, they also joined new only. I didn't met them. I don't know. Daily they will be joining the sync up call. That's it. There are three more friends, remote teammates.
see, this is the terminal, Dinesh. Activate Cloud Shell terminal. Hmm? Then you get this terminal.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Connect. Run in Cloud Shell. So, not be this much slow. The main problem of Kubernetes, it consumes a lot of hardware. See, we should get the prompt back immediately if we connect, is it?
From where it will consume the hardware? We have installed in cloud, right? It won't use our machine's hardware, right?
See, same way, AWS also it will not use our machine hardware, right? If you remember. It uses
Yeah.
AWS machine hardware. AWS
Okay.
data center.
Now Kubernetes will be using GCP hardware, right?
You're right.
Okay.
Okay, Sunil, while this is loading, can we talk some general things about the cloud?
First point, because general in the sense high level, slowly many clients are moving to cloud because
Okay.
previously only very big companies used to move to cloud because anyways the target customers are all over the world. So maintaining the infrastructure in different parts of the country and hiring resources is a challenging job, isn't it? Because
Mm-hmm.
okay, so one point of solution every client wants is to go to cloud. So previously only big companies used to effort and go to
Cloud, yeah.
only on premises and go to cloud because now the
Yeah.
cloud because of the competition we have many players, isn't it? Now Google Cloud Platform, Azure is giving a very tough competition to AWS, and out of top three, AWS is expensive. Okay, next is Azure and GCP, and there are many other players coming up because of lot of scope in the cloud platform. Oracle Cloud is trying to get its market. Alibaba Cloud is also trying to get its market. So there are many more players entering into the cloud platform. Because of that competition, infrastructure, the billing is coming down. So people are reducing AWS is reducing the pricing, Azure is reducing the pricing, just to be in the competition because okay. As day by day the pricing is getting no AWS pricing 5 years back and now is very drastic difference. Okay, it's very less now.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, so not only big companies, medium level companies, in fact, some startup companies are also preferring cloud to maintain their infrastructure. So cloud is booming. So you find many tough competition in cloud, and the expenses is coming down. So you have more availability. That's on a high level. Quick recap of the cloud trends.
Yeah, thank you. And I've been so when I opened the AWS website today morning, I think on the main page they are saying that AWS the cloud leader from last 10 years.
Yeah,
Um,
they're right.
and like you are saying that Azure is giving a tough competition. Do you think that in the future, like next 2 year, 5 year, 10 years down the line, GCP or Azure or Oracle, they'll be ahead of AWS?
Not sure. Oracle is very tough because they're still there to have a long progress. I think Azure is growing fast. Okay, so up to the AWS of time. But Azure and these three top three. Google Cloud Platform is more cheaper than it. Look at the client. There are many clients of GCP also.
Yeah, but I mean, GCP also has some time to catch up Azure and
Yeah, yeah.
AWS,
This
but
real leaders.
Azure is really fast growing.
Mhm. With respect to functionality features, AWS is number one. Okay, it has a lot
Okay.
of options. Respect number of services also. Okay, every 3 months you find more number of services getting added and added. Okay, so because
Okay.
of that, with respect to features and functionality point of view, AWS is always number one. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
all clients does not need all typical services. Okay, if your clients need some standard services to run their business, that's it. Irrespective to how advantage that AWS is, as long as the services are running fine, the basic services, they can run the business. But those kind of people, AWS is not preferred one because it's expensive. They go for Azure or GCP.
Right. Okay.
And all these are market giants, right? They don't have any problem with respect to investments. They're ready to
Mm-hmm.
invest billions of dollars to be number one. All three, isn't it?
Yeah.
Microsoft, all three are giants, so money is not a problem for them. The only thing is the competition.
Yeah. Market share. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
So your client is on which platform? Because
So the company, the product I support, and
your product,
it's
yeah,
it's a product-based company. So right now they have
it's a
their own
healthcare
data
product, am I right?
capability.
Because
Hmm?
it's a healthcare product, am I right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a healthcare company. It's a world's second largest healthcare company right now. And from
I
the
think GE is
internal
the number.
source,
GE
people.
is healthcare is the number one in the world. Am I right?
No, G is a overall, but when it comes to the software part, they call it as a EHR, electronic health record. Um, so number one company is Epic, APIC, Epic.
Mhm.
That has almost 56% of US healthcare. And the company, the product I support, it has a second largest market cap. And internal
Okay.
news is it's internal news, not published or not. So they have a lot of partnership with AWS. I mean, a lot of things are moving to the AWS from their side, and people are suspecting or expecting that in next 5 year or 7 year, if company is not doing good, then AWS will acquire that company.
Okay. Which one? Epic. AWS will acquire Epic.
No, AWS will acquire Cerner, CERNER. So Epic
Okay.
is a private company that they are not listed in the market, and they don't want to sell it. They are doing very, very good in the market. Um, So this company, the Sana company, they lost the founder 2 years back. He died, um, and since then there are some problems. So in the future, if the company is going to sell, because that's a listed company, if the company is not doing good, then someone will come and acquire the company. And right now, because they have so many um, new things moving to the AWS, all the people are suspecting that there are something behind the scene, and maybe in next 5 years, Amazon will take over. If not Amazon, probably Apple or Google.
When any company moves to AWS, when any company moves to cloud platform, there will be definitely job cutter for resources who are network engineers, system administrators. Okay, so these kind of people, they don't need all these many number of manpowers. It will be a job cutter because but you are not a network engineer, you are a product support engineer. Product behaves the same whether it is on premises or AWS, isn't it? So that's not
Yeah,
a
I
problem.
mean the end
But
user side of
it will be very important for network engineers, system administrator, because they don't need those many number of network engineers and system administrators when they are moving to cloud. So that is a job
yeah.
cut.
And when it comes to the DevOps, only the parent company who is developing the software, only those people will be having the DevOps kind of team. The client will not have anything to do with the DevOps.
Okay.
Is that right? I mean,
Yes, you're right.
okay.
You're right. See, DevOps helps if your product wants any changes. DevOps helps in moving the changes quickly to life.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. So as a person on the client side or the end user perspective, it's good to have the understanding, overall understanding. But I think being an end user person uh, will be having the same product.
Now
The only difference will be that.
I hope you are understanding maybe 2 months back before joining the course and now.
Oh
Is it?
yeah, there's a huge difference, huge
Thank you.
difference.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you so much. And I have the
Are you
recordings.
there for the AWS sessions also?
What is that, Sunil?
Are you there for the AWS sessions also before?
Yes,
Because,
I was.
okay.
So from there only I continued. So
So having understanding about the AWS cloud platform behavior and how exactly DevOps behavior. So you have some exposure now. Your exposure with respect to understanding the product has been better. Am I right? Because
yes, I mean overall understanding. I mean what's there in the technology side and what's coming and how the market is going. Although I'm not working on those things, but having understanding now, if some X person comes and talks to me and I'll, say something
yes,
about the
yes,
AWS, I
yeah,
can at least understand the terminology and um, can talk to the person rather than
technical.
being a
Yeah,
blind person. And my plan is I'm going to continue watching those videos even after this class. I think we are short with another couple days.
yes,
Even after I'm gonna start
revenge.
watching all those things.
Hello, Sunil.
Who's this?
Asif here.
Yes, Asif. Now it is better.
Yeah, yeah.
Connected successfully.
Uh,
Yes, Asif.
oh, connected successfully. So you can proceed.
Yeah, please tell me. You want to say something?
Actually, I just wanted to talk about the openings. Once when I updated my resume, now I have mentioned in my headline that DevOps engineer. So I'm getting lots of opportunities in DevOps, but all the opportunities in Azure only. There are very less opportunity in AWS. I don't know because maybe I am a .NET developer, so that's why I'm getting Azure plus DevOps.
Yeah.
That's why.
And one more point,
But
if you learn any one cloud platform, let's say you already have like AWS, right? Just 15
mhm.
days you can move to Azure. So you can learn yourself. Okay. So one law,
Azure.
see the concept remains the same. The terminology is what they
Mhm.
use in AWS, they will use EC2. In Azure, they have some other service name. The terminologies differ, and the concepts remain the same. Massive. So if you worked on SQL Server database, right? In your experience.
Yes, Oracle and SQL both.
So if you learn one Oracle, you can learn SQL. You can work on SQL Server also. If you learn SQL Server, you can learn Oracle also, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
You can learn
yes,
MySQL also. It's very easy because concepts are all our RDMS products, isn't it? RDBMS. Same way,
yes.
learn one cloud platform, getting exposed towards other cloud platform is easy. Concepts remains the same.
Okay.
There also we have VPC. Here also we have VPC. There is storage service. Azure is also having storage service. Virtual machine service called EC2 in AWS. In Microsoft also have storage.
Only the UI
Cloud
is
53.
different, I think.
UI terminologies naming difference. That's it.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I have seen some videos of Shiv Prasad Koirala. He shows
Who's that?
how to connect to. He's the person who is famous in .NET technology.
Okay, so he has created Azure
He put
videos.
some. Yeah, yeah. I have
Which
tried some
is
videos
it
of
in
.NET.
YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. It's in YouTube.
Mhm. Now the terminal
A
is
brief
behaving
introduction.
successfully.
Okay.
If possible, please share that link to the chat box. Sorry?
Hello.
See, this is behaving weird.
Yeah, this is weird.
So I have created, let's run spot definition file. Definitely we get syntax errors. Kubectl create -f, mention the file system which you want to run. This is the YAML file which you want to run. Error, because it's not perfect. Let's remove the file system again. rm spot definition 2.yaml file.
We can edit the YAML file also, no?
Yes, Akhil, you were saying something. This is better.
Sunil,
Why?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Any update on that real-time training, Sunil? Would that be possible?
I am trying, Akhil. Okay. So
Okay, okay.
once I have some scenario, then I'll update you.
Okay, okay. Reason behind asking is like if you explain, it will be clear for us to clear in
Yeah,
interview. So
understand.
that is why we are asking.
Kubernetes, I'm planning to explain one
Okay.
project. Okay. Voting application. Okay.
Mm,
It will not 100% successfully run again because, as I said, there's a
mm.
lot of dependencies, but you'll have an exposure how exactly
Like,
that is implemented. First point we should understand when you're learning a particular project in DevOps, we generally tend to learn from the developer perspective. Generally,
mm,
we tend to learn from a
okay.
developer perspective. The perspective of learning DevOps project is not from the developer perspective because we are not developers and it's not our responsibility. It's all about communication point of view, technology components point of view. Okay. So I'm creating a pod
Yeah,
definition
yeah.
to file. So pod has been created. Pod has been created. How to see list of all the pods? What pod I have created? This is nothing special. The only thing last time I have used Nginx, I want to show you one more example of a pod. This is Postgres pod. As for Postgres pod, we need to have environment variables 1, 2, 3. There are 3 environment variables. That's fine. Now I want to see list of all the pods. Whenever you want to see list of all the pods, we already have run this command in the previous session. Kubectl get pods is a command to see list of all the pods. How many pods are running? One pod we have created, Postgres pod. Okay, so this is nothing new. We know how to create a pod. I have given one more example of creating the pod and how to see list of all the pods. How many nodes we are having? As you know, this is a Kubernetes cluster of how many nodes? 3 nodes. And if you want to know this pod is running on which node, this pod is running on which node? To get the list of pods along with IP address, every pod will have IP address if you want to see that IP address, and if you want to know in which pod in which node the pod is running, we also have discussed this command output white This contains information about the pod IP address, as well as you want also confirm. You can also know in which node the pod is running. In case if you want to get more information about the pod, kubectl describe pods is a command. And what's the pod name? Postgres-pod. This is the pod name. Postgres pod. This is the command which helps you to get more information. This will be of multiple pages. To see happily page-wise, concat list pipe operator followed with less is a keyword to get the page-wise information of the pod. See, pod name. You have a lot of information, annotations. So to get more information about the pod, yes, you can do that. Okay. Example 3. This is important.
Sunil, how you came out of that
Colon Q.
column Q?
Quit. Q stands for quit.
For less also.
VA editor command. VA editor commands.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Creating one more definition pod. Dinesh, pod definition 3.yaml file. API version. We know that. What kind of object? Pod. Name Jenkins pod. Label can be anything. Specification. Every pod will have a specification section which contains information. Name of the container my Jenkins. Image Jenkins. Jenkins runs on port number 8080. I need to map it, right? I need to map it in the host machine. If you are running a container on the Docker host, we map it. We open the port in the Docker host point of view. Here it is called as host port. Okay, I'm opening 8080. Same number I'm opening. Any questions in this YAML file?
But in Docker, we won't give the container port, right? Like Jenkins container port, we won't be giving, right? We'll just mention the port which we
Here we
want to
should
map.
mention the container point of view, and here from the Docker host point of view. Both ports we should mention. Okay, the default port and what port you want to run it on the Docker host.
Okay. If you don't mention, it won't take defaults, right?
We should mention the container port using the keyword container port.
Okay, sir. How we will get the port, Sunil? Like,
no, in Docker, when you're creating a container also, for port mapping, we used to have mentioned -p, container port, colon, host map. Both ports we used to mention.
Okay, we won't mention their container port. Here we need to mention that container specifically.
Where we'll not mention container port?
In the Docker. We'll give only one
it,
time. Yes, Sunil, -p we will give, and then we'll give that port mapping. Correct.
Two ports will give.
Mention. Okay.
We'll give container Docker also. We provide 2 ports, no? Dinesh?
Okay. Yeah. If you want to specifically give the ports, or else it will take default.
No. It will not take default now. Sorry.
Okay, Sunil, I'll check it.
No, we'll provide both the ports. See? Are you providing both the ports, default port and what you want to open, Dinesh?
Yes,
Sunil.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Creating one more file. Insert mode. Save and quit. Now, if you run this, pod gets created. Pod gets created. If you want to open the Jenkins from the browser, we need to open the port, right? We need to open the port. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? You need to open the port. Okay. So that's the reason from the cluster point of view, you should open the ports. Okay, this is the command to open the ports. Gcloud compute firewall -rules create this rule. This is the rule name. Rule 1. Allow TCP : I'm opening 8080 port. Whichever you want, you can open. So I already have opened the ports using these rules. Okay. So let's create the port. Port created. kubectl will get ports. We have created Postgres port. Recently, we have created Jenkins port. Take a node on which ID the pod is running. The Jenkins pod is running on this particular ID node. Take a note of it. I have copied it. Pasting that node. Next, to get the list of all the nodes. We get 3 nodes, right? We get 3 nodes. Okay. We have taken one node. What is that node ending with P3? Node ending with this is the node ending with P3. Take that node public IP. This node external IP is nothing but public IP. Because the Jenkins container is running on this particular node, take the public IP. Already have taken the public IP. Public IP is ending with 189. So public ID : what port we have running on 8080 port, right? We are running on what port? 8080 port only. So I have taken, so container is running on the node. I have taken the node public IP : 8080. You should get the Jenkins page. Let's open the port.
We need to run that command Jenkins Java jar Jenkins. Hello, Sunil.
1 minute, please.
Okay.
Rule 1 already exists.
The IP address is not correct, Sunil. I think you have taken the previous one.
Correct. It is 189, right? Right. Perfect. I have created a Jenkins pod. I have performed a port mapping. I came to know that pod is running on which node. I have taken the node IP address, the pod, port number. That's it. This is how you can
Sunil,
get the
can
pod.
you come to Notepad once?
Dinesh.
Explain these 2 comments again. Can you go up once? No, not this one, Sunil. You can
Yeah,
go up.
got it. You're talking about the port opening commands, right?
Yes, Sunil, yes.
This is the command.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to run
I have
them or
not
else?
used second one. I have not used second one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just to show you that when you are opening the port, rule name should be unique. Here you should write rule 1, rule 2. If you are opening third port, it should be
So
rule 3. Okay.
we didn't
This is the
run
rule
this
name.
command, right? Rule
I
1
already have
also.
opened the port in the cluster. That's the reason I have not re-executed it. Okay.
Okay. Even if you
run
are
the
opening in
command,
YAML file also, you need to run again.
you have to run one time. One time you need to open the port. One time I already have opened it. So that's the reason I have not executed it. Okay. If you re-execute also, you're getting an error. Look at this.
Yeah,
Already
today only
exists.
you open, Sunil, or else already?
Rule 1 already exists. I already have opened the port.
Okay.
Okay.
No, Sunil. After
Sorry.
running that YAML file, we need to open this, or else how we need to run?
Generally, before running the YAML file, generally when you're creating a YAML file, you know in which port it needs to open, right? So once before running
Yeah.
the pod, open the port and then create the pod. Okay, Dinesh?
Okay, Sunil.
Perfect. Okay,
Full
so
line
we
is the
have
syntax by default. That full line is the syntax like Google
this is
Cloud,
G Cloud
G Cloud.
Compute Hyperforce. It's the command. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay. Next, this much, yeah, 13th October. So we have learned what kind of object? Pod. Now I'm creating replication controller. Try to understand replication controller. It's a high level object. Pod is low level. Okay. The next higher level of pod is replication controller. Used for handling multiple replicas of specific pod. Here, replication controller is used for performing load balancing and scaling. Whenever you want to perform load balancing and scaling, we go for creation replication controller. When you see practicals, you'll understand replication controller will use keys like replicas in the specification document.
Sunil.
Sunil went offline. I think there is a connectivity issue.